I want to thank our sponsor, Credit Karma, as you see there. It's an awesome app. You can check your credit. You can find out if you apply for a mortgage, car loan. They are about helping you to make financial progress. So download Credit Karma app today. You mentioned a second ago about kind of realizing your own power throughout this process. Now that you are somebody who's in a position of leverage, what to you, or how are you learning how to use that leverage, and in what direction?
Oh, I mean, well, a big thing is I'm putting my money where my mouth is, in terms of, with the Helm and Grab mentorship program, which we're doing is and also too, this the other thing we're doing, people follow me on Instagram. I heard about the Toni Morrison documentary, thinking of Boomerang and this and that.
It's all right.
but the Toni Morrison documentary, which a lot of people may not know about, but I just bought out a theater in Los Angeles that people that are going to. We filled up every seat. It's happening tomorrow during the day, and then we bought a theater out in New York as well. So it's for the Helm and Grab mentees, but we can't fill up a whole theater. So it's like anybody want to come see it. If you got any aspirations of being a writer, even if you don't, it's important for folks to go see it. So to me, what's exciting is that there's going to be all of these people, I think for most they'll be predominantly African American, showing up to, because we work with ArcLight, at the ArcLight tomorrow to go see this Toni Morrison documentary, which I'm sure the ArcLight employees are going to be like, what the hell, where are these people going? They're like, Black Panther ain't playing no more. You know what I'm saying? But I just kind of feel like it's important that, folks go see it, even if I got to pay for it. It's like, so what? Go take it in. It may inspire you. You may walk out feeling like, oh, I'm going to go write again, or I'm going to go walk in my purpose. But then also, too, a big thing we're doing is sponsoring writing classes, which we've always done. And then also for those who want to be actors, no matter what city they're in, we try to find reputable acting classes. And then if they're like, yo, I can't afford it, we go, cool. We call the place and say, hey, we want to sponsor this person. Or, hey, there's 5 people in your city that want to go to your acting school, but it's a little expensive. So if we pay for all 5 of them, is there a group rate we can get? They usually absolutely, accommodate us with that. So that's really what, I'm trying to do is just sort of be feet on the ground, understand what people are looking for, where they're trying to go, what they're actually trying to do, and then see how we can help them take those next steps. And ultimately, what I eventually want to do is buy a couple condos where it's free housing for people that don't live in Los Angeles, or they're coming from other places. We want to be able to give people a place so we want to pay for their room and board, food, all that, even maybe work with the car company where they have a car to drive and they can be in Los Angeles for a year. We provide them with opportunities, and until any money they make, they get to bank it. So that by the end of that year, they can have money that they've saved up, and hopefully by the end of that time, they'll be able to go out into the workforce. So that's something we're working toward right now. So it's I'm just really trying to think about it more in terms of logistically, you know what I mean? Because people can always say, oh, diversify, inclusion, this and that. But I'm from Chicago. I'm how do you then get to that, to being here? And ultimately, it's a lot of these young Caucasian males have parents that can afford to pay their rent, afford to pay for, cars and food and all that kind of stuff. And it's but if you can't afford that, how can you go PA for $100 a week? How can you go intern? So what I want to do is be able to sort of, again, it's about leveling the playing field and kind of create a Black privilege that we don't necessarily have. And so again, that's a way I'm sort of using what I have. Just because it just boils down to just common sense. It's I can't tell you to go out there and win if you don't have a leg up, if you don't have a support system, and basically if you just don't have the money in your account. And a big thing I'm even doing with some of my assistants when they're in between jobs, I do this thing called, I'm going to give you an investment fee, where it's I'll put some money in their bank account so you don't have to worry about making rent or their car note, and I don't call it a loan, I call it an investment. So meaning they don't have to pay it back, but all they ask is that they go super hard when they're at the internship, go super hard when they're at PA, and pretty soon they'll be working a job that pays all that kind of stuff. And when they say, well, how do I pay you back? I say, just pay it forward. That's really how you can pay me back.